negative publicity between now and the World Cup.
They don't call Ivan the Iron Duke for nothing.
A debate that filtered through to the grassroots. These are the foot soldiers of football and law enforcement. This is the Soweto South African Police Service team. They warm up for a game with Johannesburg Metro Police. These men unwind by chasing a piece of leather. Their star player, Constable Diketso Ramahlo, fondly known as the Doctor, for him the game is all about ball control.
You can't play without ball control. You have to control the ball in order to see your teammates, you pass, and then it goes with accuracy. You can't be accurate without ball control.
Amongst the soccer suits, the aim is also control. This is the second half of Team Khoza versus Team Jordan. The name Ivan Khoza is almost a brand in football circles, a man not averse to power. Chairman of the local organising committee of the World Cup, Deputy President of SAFA, Chairman of the PSL and Orlando Pirates Football Club. Danny Jordan, President of the Football Transformation Forum, a lifelong football administrator and one half of the team that brought home the World Cup. This is their fight for the control of South African football.
Such a powerful position. Obviously you're in charge of football in this country, but especially with the World Cup coming, obviously at this point in time they don't know how much money they're going to have, but the likelihood is they're going to have quite a lot of money to spend from the proceeds of the World Cup.
The tussle for control of World Cup money began on September the 26th, 2009. These were the SAFA elections, the first half of the battle. Little known Kirsten Nematandani from Team Jordan, he emerged the surprise winner and president of SAFA. Both Ivan Khoza, known as the Iron Duke, and Danny Jordan pulled out of the race to focus their energy on the World Cup.
I think at the root of it, it's a personal squabble. Two very powerful people may be jealous of each other, and it's a dangerous situation. On the surface they try and conceal what I think is a dislike for each other.
I think it's something that's not really going to be resolved until after the World Cup. Clearly, as we saw in the press conference, they're a united front for now, as they have been pretty much the whole way through the World Cup bid. And it seems that whatever problems there are behind the scenes that we don't really know about, I don't think anything's going to be resolved until after then. But obviously both camps want to have a say in football in South Africa after the World Cup, especially with the amount of money that's going to be brought in.
The fight threatens to strangle the image of South African football.
The eyes of the whole world are on South Africa. Really, they do need to present a united front. But at the same time, if there is good evidence for a story, then it shouldn't be quietened down just because the World Cup's coming. You know, if it's a proper story and they can back it up, then it has to be put out into the press, because that's the nature of press and free speech.
President Jacob Zuma issued a directive for all soccer bodies to work together to create the best possible World Cup. But with the stadia already handed over to FIFA, the goodwill is running out. The Sunday paper suggested tackles in the SAFA corridors were already showing studs. There were claims that the Iron Duke is lobbying senior members of the African National Congress to topple the current SAFA leadership. These were promptly tackled by the Duke.
I've never been in any meeting with anybody in the Women's League, and that is why it's difficult for me to explain. You are coming to ask me about faceless people, where you should have helped me that, we have phoned ANC. We have phoned the Women's League. We have phoned this region, and they are saying this, and I'm able to answer. And there are 5 senior officials that has been talked about. You must be able to say, these are the 5 officials. Now you want me now to answer what I don't know. I don't know.
What we know is the 11th of June is the World Cup kickoff. But before a ball is kicked, at SAFA there are already offside traps. Neither team wants to be caught out.
I think in the end there is going to be a confrontation after the World Cup.
By the time we left Soweto, the traffic cops were still stuck in traffic. The irony. But as we draw closer to the World Cup, both SAFA and the Doctor know they cannot afford to take their eye off the ball.